Stood to gain 300. She was holding his hand when the bomb went off and counselling for them, or she never spoke to anybody about how deeply she would later claim she was affected by them. Her father was pretty much against it. It was a small ceremony and very, very quickly done. But she just seemed to be really intent on being in a relationship, being with a partner, and for her, Jerry was the man she wanted to be with. They were passing love notes to one another during the day. One point, actually, a worker near where the furniture business was, well, as the relationship developed, Monaghan appeared to become quite besotted by Julie, and he certainly fell in love with her and could see himself spending the rest of his days with her. She appears to have felt the same way about him, but her big problem was that Jerry McGinley was there, and essentially he was in the way. So the two of them began to conspire how to take him out of the equation, and they were getting 2,500 to 3,000 a tape, and there didn't seem to be anybody within their relationship between the two of them being forced into it. They both seemed to be quite happy with this setup and continue the business with Michael. It was probably an ideal situation for her to think of him being out of the way. Michael Monaghan and an associate of his, and they began drinking. Julie insisted on leaving the babysitter home. There's no indication where Julie was, and she has never told the truth and can never be believed because she's proven again and again and again that she's a liar. She at one point claimed that she was in the bedroom with her. Time and time again, people said he was an extremely good father. He adored his daughters. He loved his mother. He was very close with his father, and he would never have put them under any kind of worry or torture like that. He'd never have disappeared without contacting them, without telling them where he was going. He would never have left his children, never have left his daughters or walked out on them in any way. So the McGinley family just couldn't understand this story that was being put out by Julie, and yet she was quite happy with it. She was quite unperturbed and ready to move on with her life. He was gone, and that was it. Other evidence on their visits over the weeks, they found everything was pointing to the fact that perhaps Julie McGinley knew more than she was letting on. As part of the investigation, the PSNI had to take a very detailed look into Julie McGinley's background. A girl that everybody thought she was. And a profile developed of before Julie McGinley became a household name, being fairly obvious about what was going on, how they had conspired to try and remove Jerry completely from the equation. They consistently denied everything in the face of overwhelming evidence against them. She is quite an intriguing character, Julie McGinley. She's evidently somebody who is very attractive to men, and she finds it very important for herself to be in a relationship, for somebody to be in love with her, and he certainly didn't deserve the death he got.